All right, y'all, that time of the year. If you're in the NBA 2K, I want to get you the sigs, the jump shots, everything you need to go out there and have an advantage on your competition. Go over to NBA2KLabs.com right now. Use my code BASHWORLD, and I'm going to save your money, and you going to have this top secret stuff. I'm telling you, going to have the sauce, all right? I got you. Lock in. Yes, sir, man. Listen, I hope you locked in on your family, locked in on your business or your school or whatever it is that you need to be locked in on. I want you locked in, because being locked in, yo, we only got like 2 more months before 2026. Let's keep it real, man. You know what I mean? At this point in life, you gotta be locked in. I'm telling you, yo, times is getting rough and tough and hard. And one of the things I really want you locked in on is NBA 2K26. When you know, on your spare time, when you got time, I want you out here with the best builds, best sigs, best jump shots. Nah. What you got, you may think it's fire, but there's always something better. Keep that in mind. So we searching for perfection. I mean, it's hard to find perfection, but you can get close to it. You know what I mean? So I'm giving you ideas and templates of things that'll help you to increase maybe something you might be lacking, or maybe something you want to add into your game, or maybe something you didn't know. If you know something, let me know something. We both know something. You know what I mean? Ooh, all right. So listen, man, smash that sub, because we going on a ride. You know what I mean? We gonna fly up in the sky for a little bit. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, I ain't gonna cap. All right. Now the build we making today, I like to call it I call this the Prodigy line, right? Because if you notice, you've been watching my videos, I've been giving you Shoddy Racing Paint Prodigy. I gave you the Physical Paint Prodigy. I think it's G. I'm gonna say G or J. Let's J. Y'all didn't correct me yet, so Prodigy. I'm gonna give you the lineup. You know what I mean? Now today I'm gonna give you the Crafty Paint Prodigy. All right. So, yo, we just Prodiged out. We Prodiged out this week. I'm giving you all of those builds, man. You know what I mean? So today, the shooting guard. Same thing we did yesterday, shooting guard, right? If you watch yesterday's build, which you should watch that build, because that build was fire. But we go, you know what I mean? Now we doing the slightly different names. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. Slightly different names. I know I'm kind of mumbling. I'm all over the place. I'm excited. I've been grinding for the last couple hours on my stream, all that stuff. So shooting guard, the height gonna be 6'6", the weight gonna be 213, and of course the wingspan gonna be 7 on, right? Now I use detail view because I like to see the body type. So tone is one of your body types, broad, and then you got 3, which is shredder. So, you know, and if you want to change your body types, you gotta, I believe you unlock them in the gym, you know, doing your workouts, and you can change them in your appearance. And so it's not hard this year. I like how they got that when it comes to body type. Body types are dope. Now, I cooked the pie up already. All right, now you got the best part about this build. I'm rushing. The best part about this build to me is the finishing. So we go lead off with the finishing, all right? You got close shot 90, driving layup 90, driving dunk 90, standing dunk 90, post control 90. You know what I mean? So you're finishing. Some of the highlights of the badges that you get is crazy. Like, I like the fact that you do get hook specials at a shooting guard. You know what I mean? So you want to have fun. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? A little fun. You know what I mean? You get your little bag. You got float game and goal. Driver layup, you got physical finisher at goal. That's really dope. I like the fact that you got posterizer on silver, but if you use 3 of your cap breakers, of course you can turn that to gold. So you just gold mania right here when it comes to finishing. And finishing in this game is important. You know what I mean? Finishing in this game is really important. It's something that's like the icing on the cake. Area Wizard, also, you can finish really well. You know what I mean? That's on purple. It's some of the cool stuff. You got rise up on gold. Holy moly. Even the post control on this build is pretty solid. All right? With post up poet gold, post fade phenom. Now that's silver. Unpluckable silver, post powerhouse silver. But you understand where we going with this. You know what I mean? With this type of build, you got that Kobe kind of vibe. You could Kobe, you know what I mean? Turn around, spin on them, all that stuff. Now, I'm not gonna cap. There's the one thing I don't like about this build is the shooting when it comes to the mid range being a 72. The 3-ball is an 80. The free throw is an 80. But the cool thing about it is you got cap breakers, so we can remix this up and mix this up and make this even better. What I would do is I would take 5 cap breakers, right? Now you take your 3-pointer from 80 to an 85, all right? Boom, all right? Now you're already spicing up the pot because Your dead eye turns into silver, right? Now I will use that to turn that to silver. I will use my badge elevator to take my set shot specialist up to, I believe, purple, because it go up 2 levels, right? I believe your badge elevator, or might go up 1 level. It depends. I'm not sure how that works. I think you can't go up 2 levels. I'm not sure. If I don't want to mistake. It's late, but if you can at least get that to purple, or it might be gold, right? So let's say you get that to purple. You got your silver. You got Deadeye silver. Now you don't have limitless range on this build, but you got shifty shooter on bronze. Dang, no limitless range is kind of crazy, but you can take these badges. Now, if you're silver, use your max +2, turn that to purple. So you should have 2 purples if I'm correct, or either a purple and a gold. But either way, you'll have 2. You can shoot better. You know what I mean? That's the goal. You know what I mean? You'll be able to shoot better, because if you can't shoot on this build, that's kind of tough. But that's the part of this build that I'm really like, it's okay. But I like the finishing a lot, because I know how much finishing is like valued in this game. Like if you could finish really well, you go be a bucket. Now will it be? And then the shooting is the icing on the cake with the takeover, because it's not like you go be missing all your shots. You know what I mean? It's just not a high level percentage of shooting. But the passing on this build is phenomenal. I talked about that yesterday, because this is the same, but it's slightly different. That with the passing, you entry level good passing. All right, it's 76, 87, 93. All right, 76 is like, I'm not throwing a beach ball, but I'm not the greatest passer, but you get it done. Your dime is silver, your break start is silver, your versatile visionary silver. All of that is incredible. You know what I mean? You need that. Now your ball handling, you definitely will get some animations. Go over to 2K Labs. Use my code BASHWORLD. Let's get you right. We got the best series, or you can just press animation, left trigger or whatever it is, the left bumper and you can see all your animations. You know what I mean? But we got some of the fires. You know what I mean? Best SIGs for your build. You know what I mean? Let's hook you up, get you right. Speed with ball, 75. You got lightning launch, silver. That's cool. You know what I mean? Now, the weakest part of your build, I would say, is the defense, but it's not that weak, but it's just not that strong. Now you 6'6", the interior defense is fine, but the perimeter defense is 74. You know what I mean? I would use my max +1 for the challenger, or your max +2 for the challenger. I would do that. Me personally, that's what I would do. And I would also probably put my pick dodger up if you can do that. You know what I mean? Because pick dodger is super important. I feel like that. On-ball menace is too. On-ball menace is people sleep on that badge, but that badge is important too, because that allows you to keep your body on the play. You know what I mean? So you definitely want to pick that up. But the challenge, you need that challenger. You know what I mean? I spend a lot of my max +1s and max +2s here. You know what I mean? For me personally, you know what I mean? As far as, because you go get the tier 2s. I think that's a tier 2. If it's a tier 1, then you know what's up. But I think it's a tier 2. I believe so. You know what I mean? Now stealing, ever since the update came out, stealing, I've been getting steals, and I got a 45, so I probably wouldn't do nothing here. Just keep the interceptor regular in the glove. You know what I mean? Because I've been getting steals at that level. And I think I got like a 40, bro. I ain't gonna cap, man. You just gotta be in the right place at the right time, and you go get that ball. Your offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, like we spoke about this already. You're a shooting guard. This is solid right here. This is good enough. You know what I mean? This is good. Now, the speed. Speed 80 is a good speed. You know what I mean? For a 6'6". Agility, I would want to turn that up, and if you got more cap breakers, be my guest. You can use them there, or you could. I probably won't waste some more speed out. If I had more cap breakers, I'd probably just put my mid-range up. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Just to make sure I can knock the little midi down. If you one of those guys that got a lot of cap breakers, you know what I mean? Your strength on this build, I like the fact that you do get brick wall on bronze. It's not silver, but it's bronze. You know what I mean? You are getting, so you can set a little screen here and there. And if, like I said, you 3 away from getting that on silver, but that ain't really worth it if you ask me. Your vert is at 80. This build is solid. Like I said, the weak point in this build will probably be the defense, and the shooting will be next. The strongest point is finishing. The playmaking is just, okay, yeah, you good. The ball handling, oh yeah, you got the 80 ball handling. Speed with ball, you want that to be a little bit faster if you want, but you can't make everything. So this is a solid build. I would definitely, rock with this build. You know what I mean? And of course, we got the same shades as yesterday, but the archetype change is a Crafty paint Prodigy. or Prodigy. Yeah, I think it's Prodigy, bro. Yeah. You got shades of Clyde Drexler, Jason Richardson, and Vince Carter. Jason Richardson was my guy back in the day. Shout out to my dog Killer. He loved Jason Richardson, man. Go-to badges: Area Wizard, Post-Up Poet, Float Game. Your top attributes is Close Shot, Driving Layup, Driving Dunk. Your strengths on this build is Posterizer, Waiting to Happen, Converse Layup at high rate, Rise Instant near the rim, Working for the mid-post in. Works for the mid-post in. So, you know, that little Kobe, all that. Now, your weaknesses: avoid operating in the mid-range pocket and problem defensively for everyone on the team, which is the same thing we got yesterday. It's wild, but some things are slightly different. But, you know, I'm going to keep giving you those options, and you can pick and see what you like and what you don't like. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to gatekeep. We're not gatekeeping. They want to give you what they want to get. I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to put you on. You know what I mean? Let me put you on the game. Now, I got a song I call Yeah, You Got It. The video dropping real soon. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this, man. I love y'all as usual, man. Be safe, and I'll see you next time, baby. All right? It's your boy.
The camera's flash. You see the drip. I'm signing autographs. I'm taking pics. I'm in my bag. I got some tricks. I do a jab, and then I switch. I tell them don't talk about it, be about it. Cause you ain't on my level, man, I doubt it. If I don't get this bucket, I'ma crash out. As soon as he see my numbers, he just passed out. I said, yeah, 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 you got it, yeah, 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 you got it, yeah, 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 you got it, yeah, 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 you got it. I was made for the game, let me tell you how I'm stepping. Got the sauce like Curry, I be shooting like I'm stepping. I just hit the buzzer for the game, look how I'm flexing. Triple, double, trouble, baby, look at how I'm shuffling. I go ring